my name is Kaden Jones. I'm an 11th grader at Clear Horizons Early College High School, and I'm so glad that y'all could join me here for my ISM project. What is ISM? ISM stands for Independent Study Mentorship. It is a class mandated by Czechs to graduate. It teaches professionalism and skills for future.
Your life.
I think we just restart.
Yeah. I'm so sorry. I'm the worst.
I'm staying collected and calm. Okay. I'm sorry.
You're good.
Okay. Hello, my name is Kaden Jones. I am an 11th grader at Clear Horizons Early College High School, and I'm so glad you could join me here for my ISM project. First question, what is ISM? ISM stands for Independent Study Mentorship. It is a class mandated by Clear Horizons to graduate. It's a class that teaches professionalism and future career skills for success in college and career. Speaking of college and career, my ultimate career and college goals is to get a BA in theater with a minor in design, to become a director or a designer for live theater. With ISM, you're required to have an internship. And I chose to do mine in the field of direction with one Miss Tamar Bunch. I don't know if you've ever met her in your life. But she works at Purple Box Theater as a director and music director, and she's been doing theater for about 16 years. The main support that she provided me was allowing me to have like hands-on experiences with stuff that I hope to do in my future career. Responsibilities. My responsibilities can really be like split into two groups. This is the first group of responsibilities before, which is reading the script and understanding tone, characters, and its place in the story. And being prepared for class. That includes just like reading through the script before I get here, before this class starts, and then also rereading that scene before we block it, or listening and rereading songs that we're about to run, as well as understanding what the characters are, what their intention is and their tone, as well as understanding the story and message, understanding what we're trying to tell the audience, understanding why that message is important, and then also understanding who is the audience we are telling. Is the audience kids? Are the audience elderly people? Or for my class, usually parents and other people who are in the kids' lives. As well as understanding and knowing the music ahead of time, as in knowing the words, knowing the notes, understanding the parts, and understanding what that song does for the story. Like, for example, Deo. Deo has many words, parts, and notes, but that's not what I'm really focusing on. It's part in the story. It is the song that really sets off, in my opinion, the big conflict in it. It's been set up a lot, but it's the song where where Barbara and Adam are convinced by Lydia to possess their family and get them out. And the subsequent failure of this plan is what leads to the rest of the story. Second group. Excuse me. What? Okay, there we go. The second group is the responsibilities that are during class, like taking notes on blocking, props, and set, as in knowing what props are supposed to be on, knowing what the kids are supposed to do, when they're supposed to come on, and knowing just generally what's going on stage, as well as maintaining a smooth backstage during shows, as in getting the kids on time, in the right costumes, and generally having the backstage ready and make sure everything is good and the show can run smoothly. Then also my responsibilities include making sure the theater is clean afterwards, as in taking out trash, sweeping, and vacuuming. This one is honestly one of my favorite ones. My final product was a jukebox musical called The Nest. For those that don't know what a jukebox musical is, it is a musical where the songs are not original to the musical. I wrote the book for this musical. I directed it, cast it, designed the set, and blocked it. If you want to look over here at my very professional demonstration, That was the original design for the set, along with putting to scale models on it to just visualize what it would look like, as well as designing like music and the lighting for it, as well as researching stuff like how lighting can affect the story, which is like stuff that is seen, stuff that isn't seen, what the colors can mean and have an effect on the audience. Music, how music can tell a story and how it can be woven through in a musical to evoke emotion, including knowing the difference between like what kind of music can evoke like a positive emotion versus a negative, understanding how the mechanics of like what a set does for a story, including like if it's like sharp, if it's angular, what the story tells you, what the set tells you in terms of the story before even note has been sung or a word has been spoken, as well as learning blocking techniques in order to more effectively communicate what I want to happen on stage. The origin of this idea came from a couple different things. One was a play known as Rabbit by Ken Foxstead, I believe, who the story is about like kids surviving after an apocalypse. And I really enjoyed this. I saw it originally at LCI, or League City Intermediate, and I loved the like how they're still surviving, but they are in its own like weird and like sporadic way. As well as past writings, I've written a lot of plays and short stories for many classes, so I sort of understood vaguely how to tell a story with words. My love of folk music, almost all of the songs in the musical, the Jukebox musical, are folk songs. I love folk because it also tells a story throughout it most of the time. A book known as Birds of a Feather was another big inspiration, especially one story in there by Jenna Orea, I believe that's how you say it. She wrote a story about, it's like generational tyranny. She wrote it was like a letter style of like one woman to another talking about their tyrannical government and how it's been around for a while. It's very good, one of my favorite short stories. As well as the cast. I casted it before I finished writing it, which was a bad choice on my part. But their input and just what I know about them helped to write it and to characterize some of these characters. And the next slide is a visual from it, specifically the song Garden Party. And I'm hoping it works. Oh, nope, not that. Oh, nope, never mind. I'm a liar. Let's talk about my process. It took 6 weeks to write it. That includes finding the music, creating the story, and then designing the characters and designing the whole world. It took about 6 weeks. Then the filming took about 2 weeks. That was all of the audio recording, the blocking and the filming, as well as the editing process, which took another 2 weeks, which was compiling, mixing, like cleaning up the videos and the lighting in the videos, and then audio mixing, as in like making sure that everything sounds at least audible. Now, I'm also live. Final product reflection. The successes I really saw in this was, of course, the cast. They were amazing to work with and some of the best actors I've personally ever met in my life, as well as storytelling. I feel like the story that I wanted to tell was at least told semi-effectively. I do think I could have done better given more time. And then some challenges I faced. There was some issues with scheduling, trying to get like 6 teens in one room at one time to record. Impossible. As well as keeping focus, again, having 6 teens in a room and they're all friends and they all want to talk. Was very hard, especially not to name names, Jacob. Some people think it's very important to not focus. Okay, this is it. 1 second. It might have some issues with the audio. Let me double check it.
Oh, should turn off that light.
I can. I just gotta make sure. It would help if my computer was unmuted though. Okay, let me turn it up a bit. Are you turning off the lights, Miss Holmes?
Yeah, thank you. I can turn off the lights.
We're gonna play this. Okay. On this side. I don't know if it's audible. Y'all hear that?
Mm-hmm.
Can you turn up a little more?
Try.
Meets the direction of the speaker.
It's back here. It's just
Oh.
needs to be turned up. I can find it. Sorry. Might need to restart it because I'm struggling. 1 second.
Is Sarah getting it from Canada? Mm-hmm. Okay. 21.
She might actually have time.
Are the kids getting here at one time?
No, just Sarah.
I
I think the kids come up too.
Okay. Are they supposed to be here for? I gotta call Nicole.
You know what? I'm going to, after this, show y'all it on like my iPad, so it's easier and we don't waste all of my
Email it to us too?
Of course I can. I can email you both of them. I was like, I'm gonna email you all the full thing when it's fully done.
Looks like we're supposed to read the whole text.
Mm-hmm.
And I need to see.
Okay. Overall, from my mentorship, I feel like I've. Oh, look, the dark. I don't know if I'm visible, but.
Yeah, you're right.
Okay. I'm very proud of. The things I'm most proud of is, of course, the nest. I had an amazing time doing it, and whereas I do think I could have done better, I'm very proud that I got it done in such a short amount of time. As well as there's a couple, specifically from my mentorship, I feel like the song Deo, the harmonies that me and y'all know Becca worked on are truly some of my favorites because it's just like really fun to see the work that you've done specifically, and it's just a lot of fun, and I love it, and I'm very proud of it. Oh, wrong direction. Also, the biggest things that I think I took away from this mentorship is the focus that I learned in order to like stay on top of what needs to be done, to understand it's a lot of stuff to get a show up and running, and to stay focused and to continue on that path. And I learned too, next slide, the skills I learned teaching music. I learned the importance of repetition and how it's important to repeat it over and over again until it's in their head. I learned the importance of like separating based on vocal type and ability to get the best results, as well as learning to sing with them, even if it's not a part I'm particularly good at, to still be able to do it with them. I learned the importance of storytelling and how it's integral to theater. You can't have a show unless you can tell a story. As well as I learned a lot of patience. Working with like younger actors takes quite a lot of patience. and I truly think, I don't think I would be nearly as patient as I'm trying to be. I learned techniques on blocking, on how to, like I said, more effectively communicate what needs to be done. And so many more things that if I listed all of them, I think we'd be here till the sun went down. Thank you all so much for coming to see this. Thank you for Miss Amy and Miss Allison and Miss Tamar for taking time out of your day to come see this. Thank you to Miss Tamar for allowing me to be an intern for her class. And truly, all three of y'all have taught me more than I could possibly have hoped to learn by myself. And in a minute, I'm gonna go grab the things for y'all. And thank you to Miss Doyle, who is my ISM teacher.
She's great.
Who has given me the opportunity, to do this mentorship. And my works cited.
Excellent.
Any questions?